Hi guys, you're welcome back to this YouTube channel. And just in case you are a new person coming across our video, in this our video we'll tend to by God's ways break down each question that is before us. So now we have a question from law of indices, and we are going to solve this. Please, I would like you to please try and watch to the end, because there are some secrets I want to reveal to you. Thank you. Okay, we have this question to solve. 8 raised to power x is equals to 1 all over 2 raised to power x squared times 16, right? This thing looks difficult, it looks hard, but it is very simple as we simplify it. So look at what we will do. We will look for a way of making this right hand side to look equivalent to the left hand side. How do we do that? There is a number that is common to this number, which is 2, right? 2 is common to 8, 2 is common to this bit, and 2 is common to 16. When we raise it to index, like when we raise it up to a power, so that we will say 2 raised to power what will give us 8? That is 2 raised to power 3. So 8 is the same thing as 2 raised to power 3. That is 8 is equal to 2 raised to power 3. We already have our 2. Then our 16 is still equals to 2 raised to power 4. So that we can write this to be 2 raised to power 3 times x is equals to, we can rewrite this thing implementing the law of indices. Remember I said previously in our video that we will have 2 raised to power minus 2 is equivalent to 1 all over 2 raised to power 2, right? So in this case now, when we have this, we can still bring it back to this form. And all we can do is just bring out these 2 and then just add a minus to the power. That is this now. So this will now look like 2 raised to power minus x raised to power 2 times 2 raised to power what will give us 16. It is 2 raised to power 4 will give us 16, right? So as you see now, we have similar thing. You just break it down to have similar basis. The right hand is looking like the left hand. That is, our arrow HS is equivalent to LOHX. That is the goal, right? So in this case now, we can implement our law of indices here. That is 2 raised to power 3x is equals to, this in law of indices will now convert to be 2 raised to power minus x squared plus 4. If you don't understand what I did here, if you refer back to our previous video, you understand. When we have multiplication between 2 similar bases, the power will be added. So at this point now, we can solve. Solving here, we'll just cancel out our bases and implement. Since they are the same thing, let's pick our powers and solve. So we are now left with 3x. Remember, we are told to find the value of x. So we are left with 3x is equals to minus x squared plus 4. So I believe at this point now, it will bring us to one thing. I didn't mean we have maybe just x without the power of 2. We would have just let's connect like terms and then we solve. But since we have the power of 2, it brings us to one thing I had mentioned earlier in our previous videos, that what makes us to have a quadratic equation is that we will have our variable to be at the power of 2. So here we have x to the power of 2. So we can rewrite it to the, let us write this thing to look like a quadratic equation. We have 3x. Let's push our s first. So our s will cross, and when it crosses an inequality sign, it's changed to plus. So we have 3x plus x squared equals to 4, right? So how to put this one back to here? We subtract 4 from both sides of the equation, so that we now have 3x plus x squared minus 4 is equals to 4 minus 4. So 3x plus x squared minus 4 is equals to 0. Are you following me? So in this case now, this is quadratic equation. To make it simpler or look easier, we have this is same as we are rearranging it. We have x squared plus 3x minus 4 equals to 0. What two numbers can give us plus 3 and when being added, but when being multiplied will give us minus 4. So these two numbers are 1 and 4. So how can we manipulate 1 and 4 to give us plus 3 and minus 4? So when we add 1 and 4, how can we add them to give us plus 3? That should be giving us plus 4 minus 1. That is, or 4 minus 1 to make it simpler. It's equals to 3. That is plus 3, right? Then 4 times minus 1 give us minus 4. Hope you understand. So that we will now be left with x squared minus x. You know this is 1x. There is no need saying that. Then plus 4x minus 4 is equals to 0. So this now, we now bring this out. So we have x bracket x minus 1, right? X bracket x minus 1. And then this will be, because x times x will give us x squared, x times minus 1 will give us minus x. So how can we, you know we are going to repeat the same bracket here. So we have x minus 1. What can we multiply with x to give us plus x? So plus 4x, that is plus 4. Plus 4 times x will give us plus 4x. Then plus 4 times minus 1 will give us minus 4. Right? So we now have x minus 1, x plus 4. We can still go ahead to solve it this way. So that we now have x minus 1 is equals to 0. Remember, this is equals to 0. Then x plus 4 is equals to 0. When we collect like terms, we have x. So therefore, x is equals to 1 or x is equals to minus 4. So this is the secret I said I was going to drop. The secret is, how do we know that our answer is correct? Right? How do we know that our answer is correct? Let's equate this to this place and see if we are going to have the right answer. So when x is equals to 1, that is 8 raised to the power 1 is equals to 1 all over 2 raised to the power 1 squared times 16, right? So 8 raised to the power 1 is equals to 8. 2 raised to the power 1 squared is same thing at 1 over 2. So 1 over 2 times 16. 1 times 16 is 16. So this is 16 over 2. 2 going to 2, 1. 2 going to 16 is 8. So 8 is equals to 8. Have you seen that it tallies on the first answer? Then let's still implement it on the second one. So we have x 8 raised to the power minus 4. That is when x is when x is uh, uh, um, when x is minus 4. So s 8 raised to the power minus 4 is equals to 1 over 2 raised to the power minus 4 squared times 16. So this is 8. This is something as when we have minus, so we have 1 all over 8 raised to the power 4 is equals to 1 all over 4 squared. 4 minus 4 squared will give us plus 8. Sorry, plus 16. So this is 2 raised to the power 16 times 16. So sorry, I went to get my calculator. So okay, this is a bit ambiguous. So this is what we are looking at. Okay, this 1 over 8 raised to the power 4. When you punch it in our calculator, is 8 raised to the power 4 is 1 all over. Sorry. 1 all over 4096, right? Is equals to 2 raised to the power 16 is 1 all over 2 raised to the power 16 is okay, 65 536 times 16. So this is also 1 all over 4096 is equals to, this is something as 16 all over 65536. Let's check if we are going to get exactly the same thing. So she said let 16 go into this. So 16 going to 16 is 1. 16 going to this one. 16 divided 65536 is equals to 4096. So therefore 1 all over 4096 is equals to 1 all over 4096. So have you seen that we arrived at that answer? So that is to show you we moved from law of indices to quadratic equation. Thank you for staying till the end of this video. Please, I would like you to please subscribe, like, and comment. Thank you. See you in our next video.